Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Zane. Today we'll be having a look at Stator token. So we'll be going for a full analysis, in-depth review of this coin. I've already done a review on this coin actually, and I made a really bold prediction. This was some time ago, maybe 2 months ago actually. So this is the video I made on Stader Labs, or at least Stator token. At the time, it was just going to go for its ICO, and I already had high expectations for this token. I already had high expectations that this token could achieve $10. $10, so it's quite impressive. So that was my prediction at the time, and that was before the ICO, which I must say, I was actually quite close, almost quite accurate, because only recently in the last 14 days, Stader token has achieved an all-time high of $8.93. That's quite impressive if you ask me. This was on the 6th of April. Let's all bear in mind that the volume at that time, 24 hours trading volume, was just around 12 million US dollars in trading volume. Compared to where it is right now, it's 1.8 million in trading volume. There's a big difference, and the price has fallen back down to $5.64. But at some of the lowest price, this token has been below just around $4. But at some of the lowest price, this token has been as low as $4.17, $4.12. It's been that low. It's quite incredible. But to see that it can get close to $10, which was my initial prediction, is actually quite interesting. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go for a price analysis and price prediction. And we can do this properly now because we have the data. Now, before we continue, allow me to declare that this video is not financial advice, obviously. This video is strictly for educational purposes and entertainment. I'm going to give you a quick introduction of Stader. Now, essentially, Stader provides contract infrastructure for staking, helping users stake their assets conveniently and safely through the platform by simply building staking middleware infrastructure for proof-of-stake network. So essentially, Stader's staking products target multiple customer segments, including retail crypto users, exchanges, custodians, and mainstream fintech players. So that's the first thing to understand when it comes to Stader. It's a utility token and it's known as SD. Now the circulating supply at the moment is 4.5 million. Now let's have a look at the smart contract infrastructure for staking, because this is important and I'll explain why. So Stader is building native smart contracts across multiple chains including Terra, Solana, Ethereum, Phantom, Hedera, Polygon, and building economy ecosystem to grow and develop solutions like yield, redirections with rewards, liquid staking, launchpads, gaming, and more. Now, Stader's module smart contracts are built so that a third party can leverage their components and make custom solutions. But here's the important part in this. Stader is building native smart contracts across multiple chains. These chains includes Terra, Solana, Ethereum, some of the biggest name in the DeFi game, some of the biggest name in the dapp building world, some of the biggest name as a platform, as an ecosystem. We all know just how much Terra and Solana has been exploding, especially Terra this year. Terra has been doing incredibly well this year, sometimes passing Solana in market cap. That's been incredible, so keep an eye on that. That's why this is important. Now, another thing is growing network participation. But let's just read this for a moment. Stader has launched 2 staking products on Terra: simplified staking, stake pods, and liquidity staking, Luna X. Now, since launching in November 23rd, 2021, these solutions have built significant traction in Terra's DeFi ecosystem. Significant tractions in Terra's DeFi ecosystem. Do you hear that? So in Terra's DeFi ecosystem has been on a rise, has been on a boost, and one of the reasons is because of Stader. So if you're wondering, why was Terra doing so well at the start of this year, maybe like a few weeks ago, a month ago, one of the reasons is because of Stader. It's because there's a huge amount of development that's going on in the Terra ecosystem. And Stader has a big say in this. They have a big part to play in this. Let's bear in mind, 14,000+ unique wallet are in staking. 5.5 million Luna are staked. 1.1 million Luna on Luna X, Luna LP. And additionally, 35,000+ strong community. So you see, Stader isn't just planning on building with Terra, they're also planning on building with Solana, Ethereum, Phantom, Hedera, and Polygon. Polygon being one of my favorites, Solana being one of my favorite, and Phantom, an extraordinarily underrated crypto at this moment. So I've spoken about the utility token before. It's known as the SD token, and it has several core utilities, severals across the Stator ecosystem, including preferential delegations, slashing insurance, rewards and discounts, governance, and development access to the Stator infrastructure. So this is not just a typical utility token that's used for transaction fees, for staking. It's used for everything, governance, development as well, which is key, because how important has development been for Solana and Terra? Extremely important. Without development, there would be no Terra or Solana. But that's not just it. Preferential delegations, slashing insurance, and something that everyone loves, rewards and discounts. So in this short CoinList article, this explains in a really simplistic way of why Stator is really underrated, but it's going to be extremely valuable in the future. My predictions were initially around $10, and by this time, I thought that it would have already hit $10. Naturally, I was wrong, but don't forget, we were extremely close. We got so close to $9. It was in touching distance. So $10 is a definite, is for sure. Throughout the months of March, it was doing relatively good, just above $5.50, sometimes even above $6. But towards the end of March, you'll notice that the price fell down to around $4.50, $4.40 on average. And that lasted for quite some time. It lasted until the beginning of April. The price started trickling back up above the $5 mark. The 4th of April, we trickled above the $7 mark, which was key because this is the first time in Stator's history that Stator has achieved a $7 high. It kind of pivoted for a moment, went back down to $6.13 or $6.12, but almost immediately, a couple of days later, it was as high as $8, $8.41. And before you know it, it was $8.93. Got extremely close to $9, to $10 as well. But bear in mind, if this crypto can do this now, where can we be towards the end of this month? In say 3 to 6 months, maybe 9 months towards the end of the year? Could we be looking at Stator price being above $15, possibly even $20? Now, in my opinion, because it's gotten so ridiculously close to $10, my predictions is now at least around $20 before the end of this year. And that's with merits. It's with merits because I know that Stator is doing an extraordinarily good job at building out infrastructures with Terra, Hedera, Phantom, and Solana, of course. Now those infrastructure with Phantom and Solana, those are upcoming. But for now, people can actually stake on Hedera and stake on Terra as well. But they can stake with Stator. Bear that in mind. You can see for yourself that it gives you the complete data, the APR, and the amount that is staked entirely. Now, it wasn't too long ago that Stator introduced Matic X, Stator's liquidity staking solution coming to Polygon in the future. I've already expressed just how much I respect Polygon, just how much I like Polygon based on everything that they're doing. But now Stator is introducing Matic X. Users will have the ability to stake their Matic through Stator's dapp. When the users stake with Stator, they will mint new liquidity tokens, Matic X. Those are new liquidity tokens. The liquidity token enables a broad set of possibilities. Keep that in mind. They enable a broad set of capabilities. Let's start with the first one. 9.28 plus APY. Matic X will deliver maximum staking rewards on the stake Matic. DeFi interoperability. Matic X token design will allow easy integration with all types of DeFi protocols, from DEXs to lending, borrowing protocols to yield optimizer, from vaults to auto compounders to leverage yield farming. Matic X liquidity pools on top DEXs. Those are decentralized exchanges, and they will enable users to provide instant liquidity to users who want to exit their Matic X positions. And it's important that we touch on this point. So the token will increase in value relative to the Matic as staking rewards occur. Every time staking rewards are added to the pool, the Matic X Matic exchange rate will increase using this formula. Don't expect me to understand it, but if you do understand it, explain it in the comments for all of us. When a user stake Matic, they'll mint Matic X. We know that at the prevailing exchange rate. During an on-stake operation, Matic will be given back to the users at a prevailing exchange rate, while the Matic X will be burned. That's also decentralized. When you stake with Stader, your assets are automatically distributed across a carefully chosen set of validators. This further Polygon's decentralization while minimizing risk. Stader enables single-click staking with a careful curated pool of validators. More deals of the validator selection criteria is coming quite soon. Something big that's being introduced with Polygon Matic, and with Stader. So if there's anything else that you'd like me to talk about on Stader, possibly the SFTMX, I'll talk about that as well in another video. There's more information on Stader bringing liquidity staking to Polygon, plenty more to go through. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and leave a comment to let me know. Subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching until the end.